Hey Dave, how you doing tonight? How about that? Yeah. Yes, I know. Imagine our surprise when we opened up National Weather Service's page today and saw what we saw on there. Yeah. Eric Brake says you're muted. Oh, great. Is it doing that again? I can hear you, but okay. Okay, for everyone who can't hear Dave, he's working on the issue up there and working on it down here. So I'll go down and say hi to everyone who's in on the chat who can hear me, I hope. Let me know if y'all can or can't hear me. So, hi, Dave, up in Huntington. Hopefully, you're not too close to the river up that way. Virginia Polland, hello. Bonnie Sykes, She doesn't like this cold, wet weather. Bring on the sunshine. Well, we may see some sunshine and a few moderating temps on Saturday, but we go right back into the deep freeze as we go into next week. Linda McElrath, Jackie Mathis. Hello, Donna, Lord. Amanda Patty, row your boat gently down the stream. It's more like let's go surfing now, I think, the way it's coming in. Tangela Helsley. Please say it's going to stop raining. The sun's going to come back out. Yes, it will, but it's also going to get cold. Yeah. Amanda Patty says, I'm still here in Todd County snow dancing. Well, keep it up because, we're going to get to it here as we get into the forecast, but there is a good chance that we might see some snow next week. It doesn't look like a huge amount right now, but then we're still watching it. My birds, Linda McElrath, my birds and squirrels won't even come out to feed. It's so nasty. Yeah, it is. It's just been a very, raw, wet, drizzly, cool day. Just not a good time to be outside at all. 7161, hi, y'all. I am so tired of muddy everything. I believe it. Yeah, everybody's saying they can't hear David. We understand that. We are working on the technical difficulty right now. Dave is on the phone over there with our technician talking about what's going on with this. Dave is a mime. Yeah. Well, that's always my line. I say I've got a face for radio and a voice for mime. So we'll just deal with what we got. Yeah, they're working on it. I think it's something in the system where we were working on some other stuff and it got. Let's see. Yeah, Dave, you live on a hill. Yeah, that's about half of Huntington's on a hill and the other half's down in the river valley. So I didn't know which part you lived in there. Let's see. Let's see. Blackheart 50. Hey, how you doing, Gerald? Yeah, hoping for a good snow and then nice spring weather. Well, unfortunately, we're going to be looking at it right now. It doesn't look like we're in line for any severe weather, but it's going to be a little bit south of us, just a little bit right along the southern edge of our coverage area for the day 4 outlook, which is Saturday. And we're going to have to keep an eye on that because if it edges up this way, we could be in the chance for a little severe weather. We'll talk about that as we get to it. Hopefully Dave's on the edge of getting his things fixed. Yeah, we might have to share a seat. He'd have to come in here because mine's got the mic that's working right now. And then you wouldn't be able to move the maps or show you all anything because that is all run from the computer that's in there. Deborah Sale. Hey, how you doing, Deborah? Fighting the flu, Gerald says. Okay, I understand that. I've been feeling a little puny myself today, but then a lot of the kids from school and stuff, not ours so far, which is good, but there's been a lot of people out with the flu, and they've even closed some school districts in other parts of Kentucky because of the amount of flu that's been going around. But, yeah, Andrea Cook, I agree. All this weather needs to go away so you can hopefully feel better. Yeah, it's one of those doldrum kind of days. It's hard to get up the energy to do a lot. Let's see. Dave is in deep consultation with our technician over the phone, and so far they're not coming up with too much. I can give everybody, you can look there on the radar. You can see a tour around the area. It is rain, more rain, drizzle, and more rain. Our temperatures here in Kentucky are holding mostly Around in the low to mid 40s for the southern part. The counties up there along the Ohio River, you're only in the upper 30s, some of you. And then over in central Kentucky, they're up around 50 degrees. I'll talk you through the forecast that we're looking at. Looking for 90% chance of rain today with a high around 45.
Can you hear me, Mark?
Steady. I can hear you, Dave.
Okay. I think we're
And
finished.
everybody else hear him now.
Thanks. Woohoo!
So, yeah, sunny 161. Yes, sort of. I mean, it's not unusual for us to be very rainy this time of year and deal with some flooding issues this time of year. I know that many times in the past we've had a very, very wet February. So, okay, they say you're very low.
Well, I bet I can fix that real quick.
Mhm.
How about that? Is that better?
I hear you better. Hopefully they do too. Of course, now you're not saying anything.
Well, okay. Let's say testing 1, 2, 3. Um, I don't know any dad jokes right now, but I'm muffled. So let me see why I am muffled.
Everybody's saying you're some better, saying they can hear you now. And Donald Lord says, a bit louder, David, still low.
This summer's. Hold on. That ought to help some right there. But I'm getting an echo in my earphones, so I've got something still not quite right.
Yeah.
But
I hear you fine. You're fine on my end now. You had a little echo earlier, but it's gone now.
okay. Hey, there's Harley. Hey, Harley. She says she can hear me. Donna Lord says a little bit louder, David. Still low. Good grief.
Just a little bit louder now.
Up a tad
A
more.
little
All
bit
right.
louder now.
Well, I
There we
can
go.
do that, or I can actually adjust my mic gain up a tad.
Yeah.
I think I can. Oh, down here.
Gerald says you're loud and clear on his end.
Okay. Okay, now they're saying we both sound good, so I think everybody
There
can
you
hear
go.
me. Um,
Yeah. Frank Reynolds, howdy. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us.
okay, so what we started out talking about before I was so rudely muted, uh, we do have a snow chance, and it is looking like a big snow chance. We're going to look at that in the models here in just a minute. Mark, take us through Sunday, and let everybody know what we can expect with that, including tonight. Looks like we got showers. I don't. Are they coming up out of the south?
Yeah, they're moving up out of the southwest.
Southwest. Okay, so we'll be getting rain here
And for
soon.
quite a while, it looks like, 90 to 80% chance of rain all the way through tonight, at least up until 10 p.m. So, and after that, just becoming probably mostly cloudy.
Okay.
Patchy fog before midnight. A low tonight around 28. So I hope this rain
Ooh.
does get out of the here, because if it gets down to 28, that's going to not be good if it's still raining at all.
Yeah. So we're
There,
looking at a lot of rain right now, and we
yeah,
knew that. We've told everybody that, and we were talking about when we were looking at the models, the polar vortex. We were waiting for that. We looked at it uh, up in the on Zoom Earth, and with the wind fields, we knew where it was located, the Hudson Bay polar vortex. But we also suspected that a sudden stratospheric warming event did occur, and it did happen. And so it is on the move, and I'm going to show you that here in just a few minutes. And
yeah,
then we're going to show you what kind of an effect it's going to have on us. Because for everybody who said winter was over, think again. It is just about to make a big return, and I think
yeah.
you guys are going to say, "Oh, look out!"
Yeah. Up until that, the next few days, we're going to be kind of on a yo-yo for temperatures.
Okay.
Our highs tomorrow are only probably going to be up in the middle to upper 30s. And then overnight lows, we've actually showing lows down in the teens Thursday night. And then up in the middle 40s for Friday and probably middle 50s for Saturday.
Wow.
And then we go right back down again as we get into Sunday. We're getting another rain event, another heavier rain event for Saturday, and then right back down again as we start into this colder weather that's coming in for next week.
Well, let's talk about the weekend because that looks like a really heavy rain event, doesn't it?
It is. It's a really heavy rain event, and if you look on the SPC there, you'll see where they're looking for severe weather right now to our south. I don't know that it's going to get up this way, but we need to keep a close eye on it to make sure
Okay, so
that we don't do that.
all right, I think I can
It should
take.
be about the yeah.
I see it. Give me just a second. I want to. Well, I think I can take it just like that. So let's take a look at this. This is the SBC 4 to 8 severe weather outlook, and you can see right now where uh, the biggest threat is in looks like Mississippi, western Alabama, parts of Louisiana.
Yeah,
And let's see, that was the day. What day was that? Okay, that was the day
it was
four.
day 4.
All right. So from day 4 on, there doesn't appear to be anything too bad there. But let's see, Mark, what we got on the weather story?
That's looking at the heavy rain for up until this weekend, and then the cold coming after that.
Okay, so this is what it looks like as far as rainfall amounts. I'm going to try to zoom another section in here just so I can make sure you guys are able to see this. It's kind of on the outer edge. Here's Hopkinsville, Christian County. This orange right here is an area of 4 to 6 inch rainfall expected. That's a lot of rain.
It
And,
is.
and even above that, 3 to 4 inches in this lighter shade of orange, and
Yeah.
back into the Ohio River area is 2 to 3 inches, and then in the yellow, 1.5 to 2 inches of rainfall. So for sure, we're looking at a lot of rain, and
Yeah, and considering how much we've already had,
yeah,
adding that much more on top of it is just
it'll
oof.
certainly make things a lot worse. So
Hmm.
just be aware of that. I do appreciate you guys liking the page. I'm hearing the alarms that's showing me that you've hit like on it. If you have not subscribed to it, I appreciate you subscribing because I'm going to find me some way to fix this doggone audio problems we keep having. But hopefully, I'm telling you right now, we do have some big things in the works and it's going to get much better. But some of this stuff, we've been working on it. And it's a part of the process our technicians are doing to get us ready to go to the next level. You guys are going to be so impressed. You'll say, "Oh, good grief, it was worth waiting for." So, okay, let's. I'm trying to see. I think I want to look at the GFS model, and this is let's see. This is the today. This is the 12th, right?
Yes.
Okay, I got to get my mind straight here. You know how I am. So here's the 540 line. This is our current situation. This is at 6 p.m., what it's expected to be like. And as we move
Right.
forward, you can see the cold air is right on our doorstep. Might even get a little brief changeover to snow before it ends. This will be 6 a.m. on tomorrow,
Yeah.
the 13th.
They're not calling for it.
Nope.
They dry us out before it actually gets in here because I think otherwise they were probably looking at the possibility of freezing precip, and they're not calling for any of that in any forecast.
Well, of course, you and I know that you always have a little residual moisture left over behind, so it has a tendency to squeeze any moisture out of the atmosphere because of the cold air. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
not saying it's going to be a
A
big
few
deal.
flurries would be just fine.
Yeah, I think that's all it would be at the most. So then we get cold, but it kind of warms back up a little bit as we get into Valentine's Day. And it actually gets, I don't know, what is that, I don't want to mess this up and have to start all
Yeah.
over again.
They're calling for a high Friday here in the middle 40s.
Okay, so it's not that much warmer. I think this model is showing a little warmer than it actually will be. But then as we get into midnight on the 15th, Saturday morning, real early Saturday morning, we'll start seeing some showers coming in, and then here we go. By
They
6
really, really intensify as they come in.
By 6 o'clock Saturday morning, you might as well just stay in bed and relax because, they don't have Saturday morning cartoons on anymore, I don't think, do they?
Not that I've seen.
I must be showing my age a little bit there. But, okay, so anyway, and this is at noon, and look at that. I mean, right on the edge of that severe weather, it looks to me like, if this model is to be believed. But
right.
You know,
But that's indicative of the heavy rain that might
it
be coming
is.
in.
It
I've
is.
looked at the SQT on that, and it looks more like heavy rain than it does any kind of severe event.
Okay, well, let's hope that is the case. I'd rather not have any severe weather at this time if we can help it. But believe me, that's going to come a little later. So there it is. It's still pretty intense rainfall. That's why we got 4 to 6 inches of rainfall expected over our area.
Hmm.
Um, let's move forward. This is at 6 a.m. on the 16th. And again, a little bit of snow maybe on the back side of that. I don't know, but it sure does look suspect.
Yeah, the forecast does call for a chance for a rain snow mix
I'll back it up just a little.
on Sunday.
Yeah, you got to remember each movement here is 6 hours, so uh, it does seem to indicate there could be some snow flurries. Nothing to be
Yeah.
big worried about or anything. And then we're going to move on into the 16th at noon. Very cold out there. Maybe a few flurries off to the east. And then here we go. This is the 17th at 6 a.m. And we keep going. Here's the 18th. Uh-oh, I see some problems. The cold air is in here, and look at what's happening. Bam. We've got a what appears to be a snowstorm on our doorstep right there, and this
Yeah.
is on the oh, good grief. Well, let's look at this. 16 degrees on the SQT
On the
here.
surface temperature,
Yep.
and it's all below freezing all the way up. So
Yeah.
any snow that generates is going to fall.
Right. So let me see if I can end this without shutting everything down and starting
Yeah.
it again.
Top right corner there, the X.
Okay, I got it. Now, here we go. So this is at midnight on the 19th in that morning, and
Yeah.
it continues. So that's 12 hours of snowfall. 6 a.m. on the 19th. This is going to be an overnight snow, but probably you'll see some snow when you first get up. See,
Yeah.
the 19th, what day is that? That's
That is Wednesday of next week.
Wednesday of next week. It's still far enough out, it could change a little, but it certainly looks like the better chance we've had in a while.
Yeah.
For
And it is close enough in the hours, and it's been pretty persistent in showing this over the past several runs.
Yeah, and look at the cold air. We're
Yeah.
certainly going to have plenty of cold air. Looks like it could squeeze out. We got a little. This is a little
Another little
clipper.
Hmm.
Good grief. Well, it's still 8 degrees. Is that possible?
They're calling for some very cold air when that comes in. I was looking at the temperatures out ahead of it, and they're looking for on the 20th at like 12 noon, the temperature here would be 21,
Okay.
and the overnight lows drop down in the single digits.
So with have this little clipper coming in, is it going to lose it? No, there it is. It brings some more snow in here on at 6 a.m. on the 21st, which would be, let's see, what is that, next weekend?
It's Friday.
Friday. Okay. I need a calendar sitting up here in front of me so I can keep up with it. So there's 2 snow chances, and it quickly moves on because it is a clipper, so we could pick up maybe an inch, possibly 2 out of that. Clippers move through real fast. That's why they're called a clipper. And usually it forms up in Alberta, Canada, and rides that northwesterly flow down. Let's see here. So this is the 21st at 6 p.m. Still cold. Another little system skirts the area. That'd be on the 22nd. We will see how that goes. And we got a little warm up, and we have rain. But now this is a weird thing here. Here is the 540 line, which is a freezing line, but yet it has rain back here behind it. This is going to change, I promise you. This will be midnight on the 24th, and there it shows the snow coming on in. So we're going to get another chance at snow right here. And look at how wound up that low is right there. That is a wound
Absolutely.
up storm. That one right there can affect all the area, and it looks like it's going to. So I think I would ignore this rain that's in this very cold air back here because it's actually going to be snow if this is all correct. So we will be that'd be
Now
another.
again, this is one of those big storms that the GFS
Yep.
likes to show when it gets out beyond
Correct.
200-hour point. So
Yep.
we'll just have to keep an eye on it and see if it persists in being there.
Absolutely. So the further out we go, the more it would change. the more the chances are it's going to change. But certainly the one on the 18th, I think it was.
The 19th to the 20th.
Yeah, 19th. And then again, this shows still a wound up storm right there. If this is true, this is going to be one that would put down several inches of snow.
Mm-hmm.
And it continues. And so at this point, it's already been snowing for, let's see if I go back, 6-hour increments, about 24 hours. And then still continuing until finally around noon on the 25th, it starts moving on out. And then lo and behold, there's another little clipper, comes in, goes a little south and west of us, but we will see. That's still suspect. And it looks like the cold air is going to stay with us for a while. So let's look at what the National Weather Service says about the cold air. And look at here. Let me back this out just a little so you can see it all. Arctic cold appears likely next week. That's courtesy of the polar vortex. We talked about this, but we didn't see any signs on it, and we didn't say a whole lot about it because nobody else was saying anything. But we did talk about it some, and now, lo and behold, here it is, just like we were actually thinking it was going to do. So we're looking at below normal temperatures for the majority of the country, especially east of the Rockies, and you can see we're going to be well below normal, and really the very below is just above us there near the Great Lakes area. How cold we get is still a little uncertain, but I can tell you right now, as we saw in the SKU-T on the model, temperature of 8 degrees is cold. And if you got wind, the wind chills are going to be down, at least single digits and possibly even below zero. So as it says here, the potential exists for some wintry precipitation, particularly midweek, which is next Wednesday, which we were looking at. But they're saying the confidence is low at this time. So we're going to have to keep monitoring this. As you know, snow in this part of the country can do anything. They put it in, then they take it out, then they put it in, then it goes north, then it goes south. Who knows for sure until it gets right up here upon us. But I can tell you right now, it's significant enough, and it's been showing up often enough. I think something's going to happen, so we'll see. Let me go back over to, let's look at the COD, and we'll see what the actual precip amount is going to be. So this is going to be set up for the total accumulation for the whole thing. Let me move it down where I can control it some. Okay, right here. So here we go. This is the 13th we're looking at. We're going to keep it going. Here's the 15th. This is on Saturday. And you can see the snow is starting to progress further southward. And the 16th, a little bit of snow to the east of us. Just a skiff. It's not going to be a lot. And here's the 18th now. And I think we will start seeing it really increase. And here we go. This is on the 19th, Wednesday the 19th, and you can see the snowfall progressing. Let's see here, Mark. Did we run out of? Have they started the?
For some reason, it runs out of model. The model's well past that point in being put out, but for some reason, College of DuPage hasn't picked it up.
Well, we know that we can expect. Well, it looks like about 2.5 inches right there. But I think it will be significantly more, as we saw how deep it was. But this model is only up to 12Z on the 19th. So, yeah, there's more that would be added to it. I don't know if, I wonder if another model might have. Let's see here.
I think College of DuPage is having some problems because their stuff's not showing up the way they want it to.
Would DCMWF carry it out? It wouldn't carry it out that far, would it?
No, it goes to, well, they show it to 162 hours, but that's what it's showing everything at.
Oh, really? Okay, so we got problems with this particular model. Wonder. Well, let's look at this. Let's look at Zoom Earth, and here we go. This is the current satellite picture. It was just moments ago, and you can see a lot of cloud cover. But if you go back out here to the Pacific, for one thing, I see several storms, and I think we can verify that by looking at the wind fields. And yeah, here we go. There's a big one right there. That is probably our Saturday storm. And there's another nice one right here. Another big one right there. That's more like a trough, but it's huge. So that will come in on shore. Then we've got, well, okay. Let's just go right back. What in the world did it do? Okay. Now, I want to show you, let's go back to the wind fields. I want to come over here to where Hudson Bay is. This is where there's a polar vortex right there. You see that little counterclockwise rotation? That is the polar vortex. That's called the Hudson Bay vortex. And if I take that and go to temperatures, wow, look how cold it is. There's 29 below. Generally anywhere from 18 to 20, there's 27 below, 29 below. So right here where the polar vortex is, and you can see it's already funneling that cold air down. You see how much lower and further down it's going into the North Dakota. It's it's minus 9 degrees, 9 below zero in North Dakota. We go down here to Bismarck, it's 7 below zero. So yeah, the cold air has already begun. And as you can see, there is a lot more cold air up here. There's 44 below zero north of the Hudson Bay. So this is a result of the polar vortex. It goes down even to 48 below zero there in far northern Canada. And if you pull out a little bit, you can see where all the really cold air is. But you might notice that Greenland has warmed up a little bit, which is a sign that they are going into a negative mode for their Arctic or for the North Atlantic oscillation. And when that happens, that's what is holding the cold air. It causes a sudden stratospheric warming event that, well, it doesn't cause it, but it causes the cold air to drain because you get a blocking pattern. You see a blocking area right here. In fact, let me see if the wind fields will show that. Why does it keep jumping off there? Now you see this is clockwise rotation. So yeah, that's look at the warm air. Well, it's not that warm, but it's got a lot of wind.
Yeah.
Look, there's 64-mile-an-hour winds there in Greenland. That is significant. This is another storm right here. This has been persistent. I'm not sure. This may be that oscillation that they were talking about. I don't know. But again, this is counterclockwise rotation here. So there's a little storm there to the south. But this right here is showing why Greenland, if we look at the temperatures again, you'll see that the temperatures are really about 3 degrees, -3 right there. But that's better than what it was having. It was like 20 below before. So here is certainly the cold air. And we know if we look at the wind fields, you can see the polar vortex right there, and you can see the cold air right next to it. And it's rotating, it's funneling it down, and that's what's going to bring us our snow chances as we go past next Wednesday. You'll see cold coming in, and that cold looks like it's going to be persistent and last for a while. So those of you who are wanting snow, I think you're going to get your wish. I think also you certainly are going to get some cold. We know the cold is coming. The big question is how much snow, and I don't think we have models that will show us exactly those amounts yet, but we will get an idea as the days in the coming days. Let's see, this is Wednesday, so we're going to try to go back on, I think, what, Friday, Mark?
Yes, we'll be back on Friday afternoon with an update looking into the weekend, and
Yep.
we'll have a much better idea on exactly what's going to happen then and into the next week. Then.
And then we'll hit Sunday with an even better idea, because then we'll be real close to the Wednesday event, and we will hopefully not be flooded out. But yeah, it looks like it's going to come, and I think this is going to be interesting. So I hope that gives everybody a little bit of an idea of what we're looking at. It is certainly a big change from what we've been seeing, but we knew that change was coming. We just didn't know when or how much. Hey, Mark, we got a new camera here. That's Massac EMA. This is in, where is that? Illinois?
Metropolis, Illinois.
Yeah. And wow, look at that. It's raining, but I like that. Yeah, it's raining everywhere, but
Yeah, pretty much.
yeah, but I like that camera because that's off to our northwest. It's 38 degrees there, but it's just outside of Paducah. It looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Just
it's
across the river,
just
basically.
across the river from Paducah, and so that will give us a big eyeball into a camera that's much closer to us, and I like that. We want to continue to try to improve our technology, and hopefully one of these days we'll get rid of these stupid audio problems. Um, yeah, but we were working with it last night, trying to look at the new technology we're fixing to do, and so that's what happened. Anytime we do that, we have to check every little tiny detail, and it's still not quite fixed because I can hear an echo in my headphones, but as long as you guys can't hear it, that's the main thing. This is Martin, Tennessee, off to our southwest. You can see they're still getting some pretty good rain, and it's 42 degrees, so it's kind of chilly. But the rains are going to move back into our area. Mark, I guess they're going to backfill a little further to the north and west.
Probably so. The way it's coming up there, it's just kind of angled. Uh, Probably points to the far west will get a little bit less,
Okay.
but this is the end of this particular system that's moving through us, and so we'll get to more or less have time to wring everything out on Thursday and Friday, and then get ready for Saturday when we have more coming in.
Well, we're looking at Pinnacle Tower. They're in Irwin, Tennessee, as night begins to fall and the lights come on, but it looks like they're pretty windy there.
Hmm.
And look at the clouds that encompass the tops of the mountains there.
Yeah.
And, but this is a actual live shot. So what you're seeing is as it's happening, no recordings. But this is a pretty interesting shot. And I think it's 46 degrees there. But if we go across the boundary into North Carolina, this is Burns.
You're not going to get a camera. You
Yeah.
see the red ring around that emblem when you go back to it?
I'll try. Oh, yeah, I see it. That means the camera's not up.
That
Okay.
means the camera's not up. Yep.
Makes sense. Let's go ahead and do a quick tour like what we always do, because so many of you enjoy watching some of these. If you'll notice up here, this is winter weather advisory in its purple boxes here. I don't know if that's for another system coming in. That is accurate, I guess, right, Mark?
Uh-huh. I've heard people say that as soon as the first one is leaving, the second one's already arriving.
Okay. Yeah, it says winter weather advisory. We can look at that real quick and see what it says. For portions of central, east central, south central, and southwest Missouri until 7 p.m. this evening. So evidently they're getting some snow right now. Mixed precip, additional snow accumulations up to a ½ inch, and ice accumulations around a light glaze. So that's enough to cause some issues. So it's not a big event, but it's enough to cause a few problems. Let's see here. So let's go to Spirit Lake. Let's see, Nebraska. It's up here somewhere. Let me just find it.
Northern Iowa.
Yeah, I know. I've lost Iowa.
It's over there underneath the muck to your right from where your cursor
That's
is.
it, yeah. Okay. So here's Spirit Lake, and oh, wow. they evidently had a lot of snow, but
Yeah.
it's got the lens fogged up. But it's
Yeah.
only, oh my goodness, 7 degrees.
Yeah, you can't see it now, but yesterday when I looked, it looked like a snowfield instead of a lake, and you could see this pair of footprints go tracking right
Huh.
across it.
But 7 degrees, yeah, that should hold up pretty good. Let's go back
Yep.
here to this is Stanton County, Nebraska, and the EMA. And look, they've got some snow under a beautiful clear sky, but that's gorgeous. Um, some of these cameras are really fun to look at, but
Yeah.
that is cold too. I wonder what the temperature. 5.3 degrees. You know,
Yeah.
hey, what's the temperature out there? Oh, it's 5 degrees.
Oh, heat wave.
So you can see where the leading edge of that Arctic air from the polar vortex is right now. It's going to continue to drop. It's going to take it a couple more days to get to us.
Yeah.
And even then, it'll get close, but not really on top of us yet. And as you look out here to the west, you see more snow. This is an area for, let's see if I remember this right. This is winter storm warning. And that includes Mount Shasta. Where's Linda McElrath? She's got to see this. Let's take a look and see what we got here, if I can get to it. Mount Shasta. Well,
It's nice right now.
yeah, it's not doing anything right now, but they've got a lot of snow even now on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess, I don't know what the name of that town is. I guess it's Shasta. I don't know. But if someone knows, just let me know. But that's a beautiful shot. And I always love looking at this camera because it's something that can sometimes bring you a lot of peace just looking at it. So let's see here. It's 38 degrees in Shasta, so it's a little bit above freezing. But as we can see here, we got a winter storm warning out there right now, and it will eventually start snowing again. I guess from some of this on the just now coming on land. Well, I showed you that storm. It was offshore, so that's what they're looking at.
Yeah.
Let's go
Chris
back.
Meacham says, look up Kalamazoo, Michigan's camera.
Right, give me just a second. This is some severe weather down here in Mississippi, and it looks like Alabama's in the clear right now. But there is a tornado warning right here on this storm right here. Don't really see it. It's not as well defined, but that they see something in it that makes them think that it could drop a tornado. We do have some power outages up here underneath this severe thunderstorm warning. Let's see. But really, as it comes further north, the severe potential tends to drop, and we're not seeing too much in the way of severe weather, just mainly some heavy storm. Then as you get on further north, you see as it gets towards the Tennessee border, mainly just plain old rain. So let's go look at Kalamazoo. Kalamazoo, Michigan. Oh, wow. They're getting some snow, and it's snowing still a little bit, looks like.
Yeah, we've seen them this winter go from covered in snow to back to green and gray and all the parking lots and everything, and then back to snow, and now they're back to snow again, which I guess is what it's like in Michigan in the winter.
So, Chris, there's the Kalamazoo, Michigan camera. For those of you who want to see that, it gives you an idea. 20 degrees, so it's cold air. The polar air is just now getting down this far here. Let's go ahead and look at Lake St. Clair, see what they have. They have
Socked in.
Snowmageddon. But it's 31 degrees here, so you can see that they've had some snow all around, and it continues to work its way in. Let's see. We ought to have another one up here somewhere.
There's one there in northern, oh shoot, where is that? Northern Ohio? Yeah, Van Wert Emergency Management. I don't think their camera's not up.
Okay.
It's 29 degrees there, but their camera's not up.
All right. Well, let's look at these down here just south of Dayton, Ohio. This is Warren County, Ohio. They're mainly wet right now. You can see the rain has been falling.
And very foggy.
Yeah, it's foggy, but you can also see it's raining some. So
Mhm.
35 degrees, right on the edge. The temperature is so close. Let's try this one over here. There's about 4 or 5 cameras right here close together.
Yeah.
And that one is not going to show anything. Let's try this one. Now that one shows a little snow cover on the ground. Uh, that's why it's really foggy.
Yeah.
So they've had
35 degrees. That would, I've always thought that was so miserable, just right above freezing,
Yep.
and you got snow on the ground. It's just like it's not only wet, but it's cold and wet.
This is true. So anyway, Mary Vorber says it's snowing in Lake St. Clair. So she's up there in Michigan. She knows, and she says the roads are horrible right now in Kalamazoo. I bet they are. We saw the snow on the ground up there.
Yeah.
Sunny 161 says the town by the mountain, Mount Shasta, is called Mount Shasta as
Mhm.
well.
I
So
thought it might be because that camera's name is Mount Shasta Chamber of Commerce.
right, okay. So that's good. Let's see. Helen Frederick, any cameras in Green Bay, Wisconsin? There might be a
Nope.
camera. Well, I think we might have a chaser cam up there somewhere. Let's see here.
Yeah, let's see the storm.net, which is our friend Vince Whaley, and what his camera is showing right now is him on the road.
Right here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he's in Jefferson, Wisconsin, and this is a friend of ours, Vince Welty, and he is traveling the roads, but you can see it is snow covered, and so that's kind of what it looks like up there in Wisconsin.
Yeah. Snowy and more so.
Do we have a camera near Elmira, New York? Maybe at the Elmira Airport. Well, we can look and see.
I don't think we have anything on Radar Omega as far as the camera up that way. I'm sure there's a camera there, but
Yeah,
we'd have to go resource somewhere else to find it.
we're going to be looking at additional cameras off the Radar Omega with some of the new technology we have coming on, and we're still looking at it. We haven't decided on exactly which one we're going to look at, but just letting you know. This is Charlotte, North Carolina, Bank of America Stadium. It's rain. Kind of a nice shot, though. It's really kind of weird looking. Here's one just to the south of that. The Charlotte Football Club, 37 degrees, and it looks like they're getting, that looks like snow. Maybe a wet snow, but either that or some heavy rain. But like I said, the temperature is 37 degrees there. Let's see here. So it looks like pretty much this whole area off to the east, and really this whole big thing right here is just going to be kind of socked in. Let's look over here in these cameras in Missouri. I'd like to see kind of what it looks like off to our west. This is Stoddard County Emergency Management in Missouri. It's just like everybody else. It's wet, and it's really wet, and even wetter.
Mm-hmm.
39 degrees.
Yeah.
We'll go over towards Poplar Bluff and look at that camera at Boycom. And
Boycon, yeah.
yeah, Boycom, and it looks calm for a Wednesday evening, but a lot of low clouds. You know, this kind of weather will give you what's called seasonal affective disorder, which is
Yeah.
sad for short, because it will cause you to feel sad, not getting enough light. And this cure for that is to get you in some bright light. Sometimes going to a store with bright light in it, or something like that will help. But yeah, that's kind of what it's doing. So anyway, I hope you
Yeah.
guys are enjoying this. We are pretty well looking forward to seeing what next Wednesday is going to bring, because it does look like that we do have a chance for a reasonable snowfall. And I appreciate you all being on here. It's been a real honor talking to you now that I got my audio fixed up.
Yes, indeed.
And if you, let's see, Amanda Wright says, wish there was a camera for Klamath Falls in Oregon. We may find some of those cameras and some of this new technology we're working on, but I need you guys to subscribe. Subscribe to this channel, and I promise you, it goes a long ways to helping us. YouTube will send us more money whenever we get our subscribers up a little bit more, and it looks like it will be hitting hopefully 6,000 soon. We don't like much, but be sure.
For those who have subscribed, we thank you very much for joining the tribe.
Yep.
And for those who will subscribe and join us, welcome to the tribe.
Well, we were talking about the severe weather, and we got to talk about our good friend Sunny 161 just reminded me of what I was going to do. Thank you.
Yeah.
Pay the bills. What would I do without you guys? I swear. Y'all take good care of me, and I really am indebted to you. Hey, Mermaid Cakes 88. She says she's late, but hey, Thunder Buddies. Hey, I still got your shirt, Jessica. You need to come get it here pretty soon before somebody else scarfs it. But no, I'm kidding. But anyway, so we were talking about the severe weather. This is something you don't play around with, and you certainly don't wait to the last minute. I'm going to tell you, first of all, let's look at this. What would you do when severe storms with tornadoes threaten you and your family? If you have planned properly, you will have a storm shelter nearby that is strong, safe, and will save your family's life. Mid-South storm shelters provide just that. They blend well with the landscape and are proven lifesavers. When the weather gets severe, have no fear with a Mid-South storm shelter. Call today at 270-725-6020. And I'm going to tell you right now, those guys, they can put in some storm shelters. There's a lot of folks in the area that have these storm shelters, and I think that you'll enjoy it. I hear something that sounds like rain, Mark. Are you there?
I'm here. I don't know what you're hearing. You might be hearing the fan off the laptop I use here.
It just went off, so I don't know. Okay, so anyway.
I lost you.
You lost me?
I lost you.
Well, is everybody else hearing me? What about now, Mark? Can you hear me now?
I can't hear you at all.
All right, let's see. Donna said I
Go back to the main screen, see if it fixes it.
Okay, hold on. Can you hear me now? Well, my meters are showing, so I'm going out. Why you're not hearing it, I don't know. Okay, they say they hear us both, but they're hearing echo, echo, echo. Echo, go, go, go. Let's see what we can do. Okay, is that a little better? Holly says she hears us. I know Harley's little sister's ready for that snow. Well, let me go ahead. They're hearing us. I'm going to finish paying these bills here real quick. We've got to talk about Michael Vance Contracting and Roofing. It's at 270-707-ROOF. And let me tell you, if you need any kind of roofing, whether it be local housing and commercial, he's the man to call, 270-707-ROOF. Also, they have Lakeside Campground and Marina at visit lakesidecampground.com. Be sure and take a look at that. You will be wanting to go visit that here before too long. And then don't forget our friend Katie Moyer at Kentucky Hemp Works. Her salve is falling off the shelves. People are ordering it. We've filled more orders for that recently than anything on our store, so take a look at this. Anytime my aches and pains act up, I always reach for Kentucky Hemp Works Hemp Root Salve. It's easy to use. Just rub it on the affected areas and you will soon notice big relief. You can use it as a moisturizing lip balm or ointment that heals and protects your lips during adverse weather conditions and helps with preventing chapped lips. This amazing Kentucky Hemp Works salve is available in our online store at dpww.shop. Order today. And like I said, we're continuing to get orders coming in. Go to the online store, dpww.shop. I think the problem is in something I'm hearing through this, Mark. It sounds like Dave grilling chicken and veggies through my earphones. Now it stopped. It's weird. So, can you still hear me? You can't hear me. Okay, well, let's go ahead and take a look. I want to see, there's Lakeside Campground. It is up and operating. This is over on Kentucky Lake at Michael Vance's place. There's the temperature. It's 40 degrees there with rain. So anyway, it gets you an idea of what it looks like even over to the lakes. So with that, I'm going to come back online. Let's see. I do want to see if Katie's is up. Yes, it is up. Mark is gone. Let's try this one. And Mark is gone. And so let me go back. And Mark is gone altogether. Let me see if I can bring him up, see if that'll fix our issue. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now, Mark?
Yeah. Dave, I can't hear you at all because the headphones have failed again. I'm going to have to get a new cord for them. But other than that, I see you just fine and I see everything else. So just kind of point to me if you want me to say anything.
Okay. Well, that's a little bit better. And I think my echo, at least now we know what happened. So all the panic I was doing was because you had faulty headphones. So we will get the headphones. We're going to get the echoes fixed up. So everyone, I think we're going to go ahead. Dave says he hears both of us. So we're going to go. Linda McElrath says she's sad. Oh, seasonal affective disorder. And there goes Mark again. He's always sneaking off and doing something. Let me get him back up. There he is. Okay, you're back.
I am back. And unfortunately, I still can't hear you, but I am back. And I don't know why it keeps kicking me out now. Maybe because I'm not saying much of anything. But in any case, if you're thinking about heading out this evening or doing anything else, it's going to be very wet and very cool. We're going to be on a yo-yo for temperatures here for a little bit. And Saturday, again, watch out for the heavy rain and possible flooding.
Yep. I agree, and it does look like we're going to have a good chance for that snow next Wednesday. We're going to watch that. We're going to be back with you on Friday. We'll update you again then, and so keep an eye out for it. Be sure and contact our sponsors. That hemp's root salve is going like hotcakes, so it must be something to it. I have used it, and it's had great success with it. Mark has used it. So it is definitely something worth investing in if you have these little aches and pains. And it also acts as a lip moisturizer because I sometimes get chapped lips. But anyway, okay. Don Lord says, I heard that noise a bit like the snowy sound you used to hear on the TV. Yeah, you're right. I don't know what that was. I have a feeling it's got something to do with our audio issue. So we're going to get that gremlin and throw him out of here. Okay, with that, I think we're going to go ahead and call it an evening. We've been on for just a little over an hour, and wanted to tell you guys all about this. We'll have a better update on Friday, and so we're going to go ahead and close this out. Hope you have a great evening. And Mark?
Y'all take care. Have a good evening and a good as rest of the week. Again, watch out and make preparations if you live anywhere where it might be flooded, to make sure you don't get flooded out, or make sure you can get out of the way if that's the case. Otherwise, y'all be good, and I'll see you Friday.
And if I don't see you here, I'll see you here. Bye, Harley.